Hello guys, you're highly welcome to today's tutorial. Oh yes, it's been an exciting journey as we go through what we call graphic design in Photoshop. It's been an interesting journey, and then we will create more. And if you're new to this channel, know that you're highly welcome. And to our viewers that have been here, you're highly welcome once again. And so let's get started with today's tutorial. And this is the flyer we're going to be doing today. This beautiful flyer you're seeing on your screen, this is what we are going to be making today. All right, so first thing, you go to your Photoshop and then we create a new document. Okay, I'm going to be using the size of 1080 by 1100 pixels, resolution 300, RGB white, and the rest. So 1080 by 1100, that's the size of the canvas. All right, that's the size of the document. So we click on create. All right, we have this here. Now, first off, I'd love to check on this and see how it works. So this is the flyer we're going to be making, and then I want to create the background first before any other elements on the flyer. So let's start with the background. I'm just going to click here, this area here, go over to the create new filter adjustments layer, click on it, go to solid color, and then just pick any random dark blue. Yeah, this is the first layer of the design, and then click on a new layer, and then go over to your brush. You want to make a highlight here and here. So I'm just going to click here, then click on this, take this up, bring it down to have that lighter part of the blue, increase my brush size, and then dab here just once. Good. So that's the highlight you're seeing here, and then I'm just going to reduce the fill. I think 36 is okay. Okay, let's check the next one. Okay, so this is it. So after we have created the highlights, we're just going to bring in the overlays. So make sure you're on this first layer called the solid color, and then go over to file, place embedded. Then I'm just going to look for my background. Yeah, I'm just going to look for my background. I'm going to pick this one. Now increase the size. Yeah, so I'm going to change this to a rasterized layer. So I'm going to rasterize the layer, and then go over to image adjustments, desaturate, and then I'm going to convert this image. I'm going to convert this image to a smart object, and then change the color mode to soft light, and I will reduce the opacity. I'll reduce the opacity. Let's say, I think 24 should be fine. 24 should be fine. So this is the first one. Let's go over to the second one. So I'll just look for a background that can suit whatever I want to do there. I think this is fine. Now remember, your background must match the design you want to make. So this kind of textures, bringing in textures that will suit what I want to make here. So I will rasterize the layer. You have to right click, rasterize layer, image adjustment, desaturate, which you can also use your keyboard Control Shift U, and then you can desaturate the layer, and then go over to the color mode and choose soft light. Reduce the opacity to 32. 32 is fine. 32 is perfect. And then let's bring in the main background for this. All right. So I'm just going to go to File, Place Embedded, and then I have to now look for the main file. So this is the main background I used for the flyer. You can take a look at it here. You can see this is the main. You can check in. If you look closely to the background, you're going to see that image. This is it here. So all I have to do is to increase the size. I'm going to increase the size and then bring it down. So this, I think, like this is perfect. Like this is okay. Like this should be okay. Let's reduce it a little bit. Yeah, like this is fine. Like this is fine. I'm going to desaturate. Well, first of all, rasterize, because when an image is converted to a smart object or in a smart object, you cannot desaturate the layer. So I have to rasterize the layer before desaturating. So I'm going to go to Image Adjustments and then desaturate. And I'll go over to normal, which is the color mode, and then put the color mode to soft light. Adjustments, layer to soft light, and then I will reduce the opacity again. I'll reduce the opacity. All right, so now we have our background set. Okay, we have our background set. Okay, so I'm just going to group this, including this one, and then I'll name it background. It's good to make your work neat. All right, and I'm just going to lock that, so it's not going to disturb us while we are designing. So let's check what we need now. The image. What we need now is the image. All right, guys, so I have my image ready here, and it's looking healthy and strong. All right, so I'm just going to increase this, bring it over to this place. Now, mind you, when you're replicating a flyer, it shouldn't look exactly the same, but at least it should have a 99% resemblance. Okay, 99% resemblance. So our image will be placed like this. Let's reduce this a little bit, just a little. No, I think mouse is misplaced. Okay, this is perfect here now. This is perfect here. Just going to shift it to this side. Okay, what is next? Free. So let's create the free. I'll take the text tool, click on it, and then increase the size of the font, change the color to white for contrast, then type in free. Now this is not the font used for the free. Let's check. The font used there is called Monument font. So let's type it in: Monument Extended Regular. So Monument Extended Regular, that's the font. Monument Extended Regular. So I'm just going to place this at the center. All right, what do we have next? The shape, the background shape for the text. So go over to the shape tool, click on the rectangle, and then draw a small rectangle that will fit at the back of the shape, at the back of the text, sorry. And then let's see the color. The color is a lighter blue of the original background. So let's click on the color docker tool and then take it up and click on OK. Then bring the rectangle tool downwards. All right, so we have this now. We want this to be aligned, okay? We don't want your work to be scattered. Click on the text, the free, which is the text, and then hold shift, click on the background, the shape, and then come over here, change this to selection. Then come over here again, change this to canvas, and click here, sorry. come change to canvas and then click here, and then we have this. What's next? Power BI master class. Power BI. Let's get the text tool again. Click here, then Power BI. Now the font used for Power BI is called Bebas NEU. I guess that's the font. Bebas. Yeah, that's the font. That's the font. That's the font. That's the font. I'm using the bold or the Bebas NEUE regular. So that's the font. Bebas NEUE regular. We're going to increase the size of the font. And then place vertically to the page. Okay, I think our subject photo is kind of big. I think let's reduce it a little bit. Okay, like I said, it shouldn't be exactly what is there. Let's reduce this free. It's kind of big. Take it down. Just make sure you have that resemblance, striking resemblance, so one will hardly notice. Okay, sorry for that. All right, reduce it a little bit. Okay, just at the center, take it up, and then we have now the master class, Power BI master class. Now I'm going to show you how I achieve that effect on the Power BI. But first of all, let's type in master class. Okay, master class. Now the font used for the master class is called Biloxi Script Regular. Biloxi Script Regular. I think master class is supposed to be typed together, right? Or am I missing something? Supposed to be typed together, and then we increase the spacing, letter spacing, but not so much, not so much. Like this is perfect. And then place center, pick it up, and then we have this Power BI masterclass. Let's increase the two of them. Hold Shift, click Power BI and masterclass. Hold Alt, drag from this area, and then we are done. Then bring them down. All right, so that's it for this. They're making progress. Now let's bring in the shape, this white shape you're seeing here, and the other elements. So let's go over to the shape tool, click on the rectangular tool, and then draw a shape here. Remember the color is white. Then take it down below the image. Then we have this. Okay, and then we write out course content and the rest. So we are going to be taking the same one, and then hold Alt to you're going to see this double sign here. Drag it while holding Shift, and then release your mouse. You're going to get it here. Then zoom in. You're going to see this arrow sign. I want to increase or extend the shape. So I'm going to hold that one. I will hold Shift, and I will drag. Okay, if we need further adjustments, we will do that. So let's go over to the text tool. Sorry about that. Go over to the text tool, then type in your text. I'll change the color so I'm going to see what I'm typing, and then I'll type in course content. So put this to 0, the letter spacing, and then the font I used for that is Monument Extended. Okay, then when you click here to make the whole text to be uppercased. Okay, I guess it's uppercased. And then I'm going to change this to white because the shape I'm going to be putting it on is blue. So change this to white and bring it over here. Okay, the shape is even more bigger, so I have to reduce it. Yeah, I think this is perfect. This is perfect. Remember, click on the text, click on the shape while holding shift, then change this, the align mode to selection, then align vertically and horizontally. All right, and reduce it, reduce it. Yeah, this is fine. And then let's type in this. So follow me as we type. Reduce the size of the font to 9. Yeah, let's reduce it more. Let's say 6. 6 is fine. Remember, our tab is clicked on this, so just take it off to have that normal font. Alright, let's type. What's the first one now? Introduction to Power BI, data connection and importation. So hyphen, remember we need to see what we're typing. So change that to blue. Introduction to Power BI, data connection and importation. Data connection and importation. Data transformation and cleaning. Data transformation and cleaning. So let me pause this video while I type everything out. Alright guys, so I think I'm done typing. So let's change this to the left alignment and then reduce the size. Reduce the size of this. And then bring it over to this place and make sure it's aligned to the shape. You can see that alignment sign there. Make sure it's aligned to the shape properly. And if you're not sure, hold the shift while hold the text, your text. While holding shift, click on the shape and then come over here and make sure it's aligned to the selection and then click here for a left alignment. Let's check this. Let's increase this a little bit. Okay. And we'll increase our line spacing. 6 is fine. 6 is perfect. Alright, so let's reduce this. Okay. This is perfect. So hold the shape. I just want to bring them down. Yeah. That's perfect. That's perfect. Alright, what's next? Join now for free and then the other things below. So hold this text, Ctrl J to duplicate and then bring it down. Bring it down. Change the color to white. Then type in join now for. Join now for. Bring this here, reduce the size. Join now for free. Join now for free. Alright. Now I made the fee bigger so that they would know that it's free. You know, people like free things most of the time. It's kind of a way to attract them, attract people to your offer. So join now for free. And then the arrow like sign. So let me bring that in. Alright guys, so as you can see, I brought in everything I needed, so I don't have to go through and through to bring the images again. So these are what I'm going to be using for now for this. And then I'm just going to hide the ones I don't need. I'm going to hide the ones I don't need. And then this is the one I need now. Alright, like we have here. Join now for free, and then the arrow leading your eyes to the click on the learn more button below. Alright, so let's get it done. Click on the image, increase the size. Increase the size. Now we're going to be taking off one of that. So click on the layer marks, hold your brush and let it be on the hard round brush. remove the cap locks and then hide this. Remember, black hides, white reveals. Remove that. And then now we have this left. Then reduce the size and bring it over here. Okay, now right click. First of all, as the image is like this, hold your Control and T, Control T, flip horizontal, and then you have this. Reduce the size, bring it here. Okay, I think we have a beautiful look there. Reduce the size more. Okay, it's positioned beautifully well. So the next one is click on the Learn More button below. I'm just going to duplicate this, reduce the size to 9, and then type in the text. Click on the Learn More button below. That will reduce the size. And change the line spacing to 4. Change the line spacing to 4. Okay, 4.5. 4.5 should be fine. Let's check 5. Okay, 5 is fine. Reduce it and then bring in the circular shape, this you're seeing here. Okay, this kind of to highlight the click on the Learn More, to highlight the click on the Learn More button below. Okay, make sure it's positioned well. Alright, let's increase the size of the click on the Learn More button. Okay, this is perfect. Hold the click on the Learn More button, hold the free, make sure it's selection, and then click that like that. And you have a perfect alignment. Okay, we are almost done. Let's make the effects, but first we're placing the logo somewhere. This is the logo for Power BI. That's why it's good to do your research, so you're going to know what Power BI stands for when you're given a design project. Make your research, make your research. So I'm just going to leave, I have to look for a place to place this. I'm just going to leave it here. Okay, I'm going to leave it here. Doesn't look fine here. Okay, let me follow exactly what's here. You can see that the Power BI is here. This is the logo. I just decided to hide it because it's not the original person's own get. So change the blend mode to anything that will suit it. Okay, divide is okay, and then reduce the size. Reduce the opacity. Okay, that's fine there. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. So we have this. Now let's make the effect we're seeing here. So the Power BI is yellow. Click on the font, go over to the properties bar, and you see the character. Then click on color. And then let's choose any random yellow that will suit what we want. Okay, this is fine. So you can see it here, FFEA00. Okay, now let's check. And for another one, the free and the circular shape is also the same. So I'm just going to click like this, it will change. Now to change any shape's color, but you can't directly change, what you have to do is go over to the effects layer, change it, click on the color overlay to automatically add the color for you. And then you select the one you want and click on OK. Now for the effects, click on the Power BI, go to the effects tab, click on outer glue. I guess, yes, the outer glue is blue, and then we have the shadow. So click on outer glue, click on any place, any bright side of the blue, click OK. Let's zoom in to see what we are doing, and double click on the effects, then go over to the outer glue, increase the opacity, reduce the spread, reduce the size. Okay, this is perfect. So at once go over to the drop shadow, and then I'll choose the darker part of the blue and click on OK, and then reduce the spread, reduce the size, reduce the opacity, then the distance, I'll pick it up. Okay, trying to figure out what will work here. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Let's change the outer glue color to a lighter blue. Yeah, this works fine. This works fine. This works fine. And then for the master class, we add the shadow too. So go over to the effects layer, click on drop shadow, and then the distance. I think this is perfect. This is fine. Click on OK. Now we have the effects, and you can see, I think we are almost done. So this is looking great. This is looking great. This is looking great. This is looking awesome. This is looking awesome. Now, all we have to do now is move over to the editing part of the flyer. Now, when you're done with the flyer, don't just send it out like that. You have to make some finishing touches, and then, to kind of make it stand out. So I'm going to create a stand visible layer by holding my Shift, Control, and Alt, then clicking on E on my keyboard, and then I'll get a stand visible layer just like this, and then I'll convert to Smart Object, and I'll go over to Filter, Order, and then High Pass to sharpen the entire image. So my high pass is 3.5, and then I will change the blend mode to soft light and reduce the opacity. Okay, so 22 is fine, because we are going to go over to camera raw to sharpen the image again. So I think 22 is fine. Okay, and then create another stand visible layer, convert to smart objects, because if you don't convert to smart object, you cannot change the filter effects you added. So go over to camera raw filter, and that's where the magic happens. Alright, our camera raw filter is opened. Then we're just going to adjust the tabs to suit whatever we are doing here. Exposure 10, contrast, highlights, reduce the shadow a little bit to the white. Let's see, 9, reduce the blacks, and then the texture, increase the texture to have that crispy effect. The clarity, not so much. 7 is okay. Increase the vibrance. 5 is okay. And then go over to the detail. I don't want to go over to the core. Go over to the detail and increase the sharpening to like 38. Then go over to effects. Then increase the grain. Add some grains to it. Let's say 11 is okay. And then add the vignetting, or is it vignetting, so that the main focus will be inside. Alright, I think 13 is fine. Now where the magic happens is the calibration. Let's check which part suits. Is it the right part or the left part? Okay, the right part suits it more. So bring it down to 17, increase the saturation to 4. Check on the green. This is all about experimenting. Okay, I think this is great. The left side is great for this one, to increase saturation. check for the blue primary. Actually, this. So if you want the purple, you can also go for that. But I want the blue. Alright, so we have this. And then our image looks perfect. You can see it blended everything to suit it. And then I guess we are done for today's tutorial. Alright, make sure you're clicking that subscription button if you're liking what you're seeing here. And then you can share, you can like, you can comment. Make sure not to forget to click the subscription button. Alright, this is the end of today's tutorial, and I hope you guys got value. Thank you so much for joining in, and see you next week, Wednesday. Cheers.